Imagine this. Tonight, as darkness falls across Earth, you'll be standing beneath a sky containing more stars than you could ever count. Each tiny point of light could have planets. Some of those planets could have oceans, atmospheres, maybe even life. Now here's the part that should keep you awake tonight. Scientists estimate there are hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone. Many of them are billions of years older than our sun. If intelligent life is even slightly common, the Milky Way should already be full of advanced civilizations. Some should be millions of years ahead of us. They should have explored the galaxy, built enormous structures, sent signals across space, maybe even visited nearby star systems, including ours. So here's the question that has puzzled scientists for more than 70 years. If the universe should be overflowing with intelligent life, where is everybody? That simple question has become one of the greatest mysteries in modern science. It's called the Fermi Paradox. And once you understand it, you may never look at the night sky the same way again. The story begins in 1950. Physicist Enrico Fermi was having lunch with colleagues at Los Alamos National Laboratory. The conversation drifted toward UFOs, space travel, and the possibility of alien civilizations. Suddenly, Fermi asked a question so simple, yet so devastating. Where is everybody? Everyone laughed, but nobody had a good answer, because mathematically, the numbers don't make sense. Our galaxy is enormous, around 100,000 light-years across, containing somewhere between 100 and 400 billion stars. Today, we know many of those stars have planets. In fact, astronomers now believe planets are more common than stars themselves. That means the Milky Way may contain hundreds of billions of worlds. Even if only a tiny fraction can support life, there should still be millions of habitable planets, and if only a tiny fraction of those develop intelligent civilizations, there should still be thousands, maybe millions, of advanced species. So why haven't we seen even one? No confirmed signals, no alien spacecraft, no gigantic megastructures, nothing, just silence. Some people assume the distances between stars are simply too great, but that's where the paradox becomes even stranger. Imagine a civilization only 1 million years older than humanity. That sounds ancient to us, yet compared to the age of the galaxy, it's almost nothing. If they developed spacecraft capable of traveling just 10% the speed of light, they could slowly spread from one star system to another, generation after generation. Even at relatively slow speeds, they could explore the entire Milky Way in a few million years. And on cosmic timescales, a few million years is the blink of an eye. Which means, if even one advanced civilization appeared before us, the galaxy should already show signs of its existence. But it doesn't. Not that we've found. And that's what makes the Fermi Paradox so unsettling. Either intelligent life is unimaginably rare, or something is preventing civilizations from surviving long enough to fill the galaxy, and that possibility may be far more frightening than aliens themselves. So, what could stop an intelligent civilization from spreading across the galaxy? Scientists have spent decades trying to answer that question, and some of their theories are more terrifying than science fiction. The first possibility is called the Great Filter. Imagine every civilization climbing the same staircase. The first step is simple life, the next, complex life, then intelligence, technology, spaceflight, and eventually, a civilization capable of exploring the stars. But somewhere along that staircase, there may be a nearly impossible obstacle, a filter so difficult that almost no civilization ever gets past it. Maybe life itself is incredibly rare, maybe intelligent. Species almost never evolve. Or perhaps, every advanced civilization eventually destroys itself through war, artificial intelligence, climate collapse, pandemics, or technologies powerful enough to wipe out an entire species. If that's true, the silence of the universe suddenly makes sense. Not because civilizations never appear, but because almost none survive. And that raises a chilling question. Have we already passed the great filter? Or is it still waiting for us? No one knows, but there is another explanation. One that's even darker. It's called the dark forest theory. Imagine walking through a forest at midnight. You hear movement somewhere in the darkness. You don't know who's there, friend or predator. Would you shout to announce your location? Probably not. Now imagine the universe works the same way. Every civilization hides, listening, watching, never revealing itself. Because making contact could attract something far more powerful. Something that sees every unknown civilization as a potential threat. According to this idea, the universe isn't empty. It's silent. On purpose, every civilization stays quiet, because survival depends on remaining invisible. If that's true, then perhaps humanity has already made a mistake. For more than a century, we've been broadcasting radio signals into space. Television, radar, satellite communications, a growing bubble of evidence announcing we're here. But there is another possibility, one that's far less frightening. Maybe advanced civilizations simply don't care. Think about the way humans study wildlife. Researchers observe animals for years without interfering? Not because the animals are dangerous, but because observation teaches more than interaction. Some scientists call this the zoo hypothesis, the idea that Earth may already be under observation, allowed to develop naturally without outside interference. If that's true, the universe may already know we're here, and it's simply waiting. The truth is, we still don't have the answer. Despite decades of searching, we've found no confirmed alien civilizations, no undeniable signals, no spacecraft, no proof. Only one enormous question, growing larger with every new planet we discover. The Fermi Paradox isn't really asking, where are the aliens? It's asking something much deeper. What happens to intelligent civilizations? Do they survive? Do they disappear? Or are they silently watching each other across the darkness of space? Perhaps one day, a telescope will detect an impossible signal, a message, a structure, a civilization, and in a single moment, human history will change forever. Until then, every time you look up at the stars, remember this: the universe is unimaginably vast, incredibly old, and astonishingly quiet. Maybe we're alone. Maybe we're the first. Or maybe the greatest mystery isn't why we haven't found anyone. It's why no one has found us. Or perhaps they already have.